My name's Simon. I'm obviously one of the founders of SWC Partnership. We are a full-service marketing agency based in London. We basically develop marketing strategies to help clients increase their sales or their brand awareness. Europe is really important to us, together with North America. The focus on international really started to get a lot of traction. We decided that if we're going to stay at the top of our game, we had to evolve. What we did was basically review the strategy. We found that it's time to brand ourselves. So what we wanted to try and achieve was to actually inject some of that personality into the business. People want to see who's working on their business. What we have is personality. We are a people-focused business. The specialists that our clients work with is what they're buying. It actually became very serious as part of the business moving forward. Frontcom and SWC have been working together for the last sort of 6.5 years. They've always been very commercially focused and understand the importance of lead generation as well as producing great creative work. They naturally were the first port of call to go to and say, this is the challenge and the opportunity that we have. Frontcom were the natural specialists to help us. If you're going to build anything, you've got to start with the foundations. If we went straight in and said, we just want a website, we're going to end up looking like anyone else. What we ended up doing was focusing, 80% of the effort up front to define the strategy, and actually have some critical thinking on how we can do things differently. What Frontcom did was actually introduce us to a new way of thinking of doing things. What we identified is by having just the key people in this virtual workshop, it was able to be very efficient and very targeted in terms of what we wanted to achieve. Everything down on virtual post-it notes with an agreed next steps, which for me is a great thing because the way things are going with our business of working remotely, it just demonstrated that Frontcom may have a different postcode to us, but from a partnership level, it totally works. It doesn't matter if you're down the road or in a different country. This was probably one of the biggest challenges from a UX point of view and a messaging point of view, was to communicate to the range of verticals and audiences that will be coming to our website, okay? And we know that there is not a one-size-fits-all approach to clients. We can't just have a typical brand website where it just says, give us your marketing, look at all the great work we have. So with Frontcom's advice, we segmented each of the divisions with very clear call to actions and carefully produced case studies to talk to each one of these individuals to make sure that the messaging was relevant and that it resonated with each type of person. So the visual outcome I couldn't be more happy with. The lead designer on the project and the UX team basically said, this is the framework we're going to be working to. This is the sort of the styling, how we're going to evolve the branding slightly, which really kind of put the icing on the cake really for us. Externally, it was very well received. Clients that have been with us, from the very beginning have said, yeah, you're much more in line with kind of what you offer. But I think the key thing is that we asked them to have some testimonials, of each of the projects that we've got for case studies, and they're very willing to do it because it takes a lot for someone to put their reputation up and recommend. One of the biggest things we needed to ensure is making sure that the CMS was created in a way that pretty much anyone could pick it up and run with it. So that was achieved from the very beginning, which we're very, very happy with. Clients get excited by working with a partner like SWC, and that's been very well reflected and documented across the website. I think what's important is that projects do change. along the way, and it's about being adaptive to work. We see Frontcom as an extension, and they're the sort of people that we can pick the phone up and say, what's the latest on this if we haven't had a conversation recently, or we're preparing for an update with the wider team. The real benefit that we could see is just having everything documented and clear timings in terms of when things are going to happen, how much things are going to cost, and any new thinking that's being created in that process, because ideas are very fluid and they evolve. I think when you go and purchase something, anything it could be, you end up having buyer's remorse straight away. With Frontcom, we never have that, and we know exactly how a project's going to be managed, what the deliverables are, and we have some fun at the same time as well, and we enjoy it. And I think that's it's really important to have a balance. Businesses are built on relationships, and we've been working together for such a long time, and things haven't changed. If anything, things have continually just got better.